Back from the break, and Adam, you actually went to Minneapolis.
Twice.
Twice.
So far.
Tell us all about that.
All right. In 2014, the keyboardist from The Revolution, so that's Prince's band from the first half of the 80s.
Yep. We're getting bombed by the cat. My cat does that too.
This is Maceo.
Hello, Maceo. How are you, sweetheart?
Maceo. So 2014, Dr. Fink from The Revolution, he's the keyboard player. He had to play that on the entire Purple Rain tour.
Yep.
He came to Melbourne and he did a show. We called it Dr. Fink's House Call, and I was asked to be the music director.
Right.
So that's how I met him, and I handpicked the band and trained them up on all the songs. And we had a great time. So the following year, I traveled to Minneapolis, and I wanted to basically start recording what would become the first Lake Minnetonka album. And I knew that Fink was a connected guy, so I gave him a shopping list of people that I wanted to work with, and I ended up getting Eric Leeds, the aforementioned saxophone player from Madhouse, on the record. Dr. Fink himself played, and we recorded in his studio, so he engineered those tracks. And we had this wonderful drummer named Petar Yanyich, who he's now playing with Corey Wong from Wolfpack, and we also had Sonny Thompson from the New Power Generation on bass, and he's a lefty, and he's an absolute bass virtuoso, genius. He's amazing. We all played together in the room, and I'd just written a few grooves, and we just jammed out on them.
Oh, so do you know one now?
Do I know one now? Yeah.
I'll put you on the spot.
Yeah. Okay. So so there's one called Hip Balm. And it was meant to be kind of like a weather report kind of thing. So I wrote this really kind of almost cheesy Joe Zawinul kind of melody that goes like... So yeah, really kind of like almost world music-y. But the cool part is the bass line that goes... What is it? So it's got this real offset, and then over the top it's like, it's all like happy.
Oh, brilliant.
And then it goes to some places. And funny story, so Dr. Fink said to me, what kind of sound do you want me to use on this? I said, let me dial up something for you. And I just got on Google and I Googled this Prince after show that I had on a bootleg,
right?
Which where Fink played. This is from 1988, and Fink does this amazing Oberheim brass patch solo. And it's one of my favorite solos. And I played it back to him and I said, I don't know if you remember this gig, but in 1988, this is what you played. And I played,
brilliant.
And he was like, oh yeah, okay. And obviously, like when you hear yourself playing back, you know all your own licks. So he knew exactly what I wanted, because I literally played him a recording of himself. and he was able, he had his chord Chronos, but he was able to dial up a really close patch to what was on that.
Right.
And then he just busted out this solo, and I'm just sitting there playing a bit of clav, and I was just watching him going, I'm in the room with Dr. Fink, he's playing on my recording, but he's doing not note for note what he played back in the day, but really giving me the same vibe. And I'm just like, this is one of my favorite keyboard solos of all time, and he's like recreating that.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Energy.
That's gold, isn't it? That kind of things. It's like you come away and just pinch yourself.
So that's like that. Absolutely. So that'll be on the next album.
Bucket list stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Brilliant. That's terrific. Now, I suppose we better start to wrap it up, because you've got a gig to get to.
I do.
And but there's one.
Play some of these. I don't know where I put my Bowie chart.
One third thing though is we've talked about
Valentine's Day from the next day. Playing. We go all eras of Bowie.
There you go. Hang on, let me focus in on that.
You get those chords?
There you go.
They're accurate, I assure you.
There you go.
They're slightly reharmonized.
But the third thing that we're talking about is next week, but probably a little bit late for the show, because you'll have already done it. But you're doing Blade Runner next week at the Astor. Tell us about that.
All right, so I have a few obsessions. Prince is one, Batman is another, Blade Runner.
Well, this is why I'm here. It's like Adam's got these things happening, and it's not just your normal, oh, we're playing at this pub tonight, come on down. It's like these are special projects.
Yeah, I
you're
do
doing,
very niche stuff. So I love film music, and I love science fiction, and I love noir. So Blade Runner.
You got me on noir.
Blade Runner is everything all together.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing soundtrack. I've always loved it. And I was hanging out for November 2019 to roll around, because that is, of course, the month that the film is set in.
Right.
And I hit up the Astor a few months ago, and I knew that if anywhere was going to do a thing, it would be the Astor, because they do so many cool events there.
Yeah.
And I went to school just around the corner from the Astor, so I've been going there since the mid-90s, religiously. So I've played there a few times. I've played a wedding there, and I've played a Fringe Festival show there. But I wanted to do something special for the double bill that they're doing of Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049. So Blade Runner has some really amazing sort of melancholy piano themes. Late night detective shit, you know.
No, I loved late night detective stuff. I've got all the lamest jokes, detective jokes in the world, sort of thing. I grew up with them, you know, like I'm so tough I wear my clothes out from the inside.
I always love Law and Order because they make all the wisecracks when they're standing over a body, and you know.
The telephone rang and scared me half out of my secretary.
I have not heard that one. But I'll add that to the repertoire.
She gave me a burning kiss, then she took a cigarette out and kissed me again.
That does not happen. That's The Graduate. It almost happens to The Graduate.
Anyway, Adam, I suppose we better wrap it up, because we're heading to the gig now, yeah?
Yeah. So anyway, to wrap up Blade Runner, I had a synth improv duo with my one of my best friends, Justin Ashworth, called Righteous Hardware.
Right.
We typed our surnames into an anagram generator, Rudegeair and Ashworth, and we got Righteous Hardware. And that's amazing, because we're all like, we're synth nerds. So
Righteous Hardware.
So we're playing. Yeah. So it'll be Justin and me, and a special guest drummer, Emily Shaw, playing percussion, actually.
Right.
So we'll do.
I saw that clip.
We'll do a little bit of Blade Runner music before the double at the Astor. It's another bucket list gig.
Oh, it's brilliant. That's just brilliant. That's why I'm here. Like I said, it's just like, wow, that's a great gig. It's a great gig to have, you know, that kind of thing. So, Adam, thank you.
My pleasure, Chris. Cool. Boom.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
No worries at all.
Thanks for watching.
It's an absolute pleasure.